If you've ever taken yoga classes or gone to see a body worker, you may have heard that the hip area is where we carry a lot of trauma, specifically shame or fear. And the reason for this has to do with the psoas muscle. The psoas muscle contracts every single time your body feels threatened. Every single time a boundary is crossed, the psoas muscle reacts. Before we talk about how that creates stuck trauma in the body, let's talk about something positive. So let's say you start working out at the gym and you want to get strong abs. And so you start doing crunches and all these different ab exercises. And you only do it maybe 12 minutes a day, but you do it every day. So what happens is those muscles start to understand this is what you want me to do. This is the pattern you want me to hold. And so the muscles in your abdomen stay in this nice tight position as long as you keep doing the exercises. As soon as you stop doing the exercises, the muscles will become weak again and they will no longer be strong and flat. So if you are living in a traumatic situation, where your boundaries are being crossed on a regular basis. What happens is your psoas muscle is contracting. It's causing a gripping sensation every single time that happens. So if it happens often enough, it starts to hold that position whether you're being threatened or not. Just like how your ab muscles stay tight throughout the whole day, even though you did those crunches in the morning. And so, because the psoas muscle is in the lower part of our torso, it's the area that we tend to go to when we talk about how negative emotions get stuck in the body. And so oftentimes you will have yoga teachers teach you how to do hip openers, or massage therapists will work the hip area in order to unlock blocked emotion. But I would argue that that's not enough. We have to go deeper than that, because what we're dealing with here is more of an energetic pattern whenever it comes to trapped shame. And so it's no coincidence that in the chakra system, the first chakra, based in the same area, has to do with safety, feelings of safety and survival. And so today, I'm going to teach you a singing exercise coupled with some breath work to help you work on releasing any kind of shame or stuck fear patterns that are stuck in that lower part of your body. If you have tight hips, if you have lower back pain, if you have any kind of physical issues in that part of your body, hopefully you may feel some relief after doing this for a certain amount of time. If anything, it will hopefully change your pattern of thinking, at least change your nervous system response so that you can start to live in a way that feels a little bit more safe and at ease. So before we begin, let's go ahead and sit into an upright position. And the first step to healing any kind of issue is to become more aware of it. Now, so many people are blocked off from the sensation in their pelvic area. A lot of cultures, many cultures throughout the world, instill a feeling of shame around this area. If you think about it, most babies, as soon as they're born, the first area that gets covered up is this area, no other part of their body. And so there's a message that gets instilled in us from the moment we're born that this area is secret, it should be hidden, and this can instill a feeling of shame in a lot of people. If your boundaries have been crossed one too many times, that area reacts and you can end up with some tension that will affect your voice. We eventually will use tension in the pelvic floor to actually power up some of our high notes. But until you actually know what it feels like down there, it's impossible to make it work to your benefit at all. And instead, it could be causing more tension. especially when it comes to breathing, because the diaphragm connects to the psoas muscle. So let's go ahead and start by just squeezing everything in our core area. So core would be the thighs, the hips, and the abdomen area. So just go ahead and squeeze and then relax. And squeeze and relax. And notice all the muscles that are working down here. Go ahead, squeeze and relax. One more. And now I want you to go ahead and put your hands on your upper waist and take a nice deep breath through your nose and feel everything expand. And exhale through your mouth. Do this 3 more times. By doing slow, conscious breathing, you're training your psoas muscle to relax, and therefore you're telling your entire hip area to relax and let go. This is why there's a direct connection between the voice and the hip area. So you may notice that if you do hip openers, you will actually find that your voice relaxes. And if you relax your voice, you'll find that your hips relax as well. There's a direct connection between the two. And so deep breathing is a good way to start engaging that area. So let's go ahead and do 3 more breath exercises by taking an audible sigh. So let's inhale through the nose. Again. Now check in with yourself. How did that feel? Were you able to get that sound to go down into your torso? Did it feel like you were gripping? We're going to do this again, and this time I want you to incorporate the yawning action. Go ahead and pretend to yawn, and notice what happens to the back of your tongue. Oh, oh. You'll notice that the back of your tongue drops down, and a lot of that sound is able to go all the way down into your chest. Now, what I want you to do with your hands is I want you to actually go like this as you're making that sound, dropping the pitch down further into your torso with the tongue dropped and down. What we're doing here is we're encouraging the psoas muscle to relax and let go. Because if you've had a lot of boundaries crossed, your psoas muscle has learned how to grip, which forces everything to feel like it's being lifted up. We're going to try to bring everything down. So let's do that 3 more times with hand motions. And so we're going to do an extended singing exercise with this drop tongue technique, trying to feel like all the energy is dropping down, 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 down. And we're going to do that in just a moment. All right, so staying nice upright, nice and relaxed. We're going to use that open throat so that we can get the sound to go down as low as possible, comfortable and low. And as you're singing ah, I want you to imagine that your voice is a light beam vibrating to this ruby red color. So this ruby red beam of light that is your voice is vibrating deep down into your torso. Imagine the sound is reaching all the way to your pelvic floor. And in the background, I want you to hear the mantra, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more time. Imagine a white light is surrounding your entire being, front, back, side, above, below. And this white light is a protective shield, protecting you, keeping you safe. And then open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, The Body Keeps the Score is an excellent resource for learning about how trauma gets stuck in the body and what we can do to release it. If you enjoyed this practice, I recommend checking out my voice liberation method. This type of practice is in every segment of the course. It is a 7-week self-paced course with guided visualizations, vocal technique, speech exercises, and lots of great activities to help you find your voice, make it stronger, and walk around with the confidence that you deserve to be the most authentic version of yourself. Because I want you to keep going because the world needs your unique voice. I'll see you in the next video.